Hey guy, hey guys, it's me, Gary Lee Stanley, your sales guy. How are you doing today? Today we're going to talk about our favorite subject, which is sales. All right, we got a cool subject for ourselves today, so let's go ahead and dive right on into it. What is our cool subject for today? I'm looking at two monitors, so if it looks weird, I am weird. Okay. Our topic for today, believe it or not, is how to cross sell and add-ons over the phone. What do you say? I said how to cross sell and add add-ons over the phone. You're probably saying, if you're a new salesperson, what is a cross sell? Well, cross selling means that you have a person who maybe has contacted your company. I worked in a nice, beautiful company I used to work for called ERC. We used to work with a particular banking company, and there at that particular time, they had additional products that they wanted the customer to know about. And so my simple job is, if a customer were to call in and make a payment, or if they had issues, or if they had questions about a particular product, I was there to be happy and to go ahead and take care and make sure that they were satisfied. But as a part of my job, in a way where I could make extra money, I was given the opportunity to cross sell, to add on to their particular service. And I've talked to quite a few different people lately that are providers. They sell services like phone services, for a bunch of different companies, and people are reaching out to me and they're struggling to be able to add these add-ons because it can be kind of tough sometimes. It can be kind of overwhelming. And unfortunately, what I do to make it easier for them is I just give them some basic information. I've got quite a few videos on how to sell. I've got lots and lots of videos. So it makes it sense for you to possibly, if you have questions, to go through my repertoire. I've got literally hundreds and hundreds of sales videos to make it easy for a new salesperson to learn, especially if you're dealing with people over the phone. If you have a captive audience where they've called into you, woohoo, you're lucky, okay? Because a lot of times people don't have it. They'll be cold calling. So if you're cold calling people and you get them within that first 4 seconds to see that, hey, they perceive you as a value, if they perceive you as someone who's an expert in your field, they'll be more inclined to listen to you. Okay. And once you get through that, your simple job is to talk to them about your products and the services. So let's just say, for instance, we're selling phone services in this regard. Okay. And you have the product where you can offer to cover whatever other electronics they may have in their home. Maybe their big screen TV, maybe their smartphones, maybe their other computers, electronics. And I'm going to tell you what, those things do break. To be quite honest with you, I mean, literally, I've got a whole handful of products right here in front of me that are broken. And if you had some type of a service agreement on those, the customer is more happy. And generally, they're not happy when they don't have a guarantee or a service agreement. And so you may be talking to a customer who's called in and they are just in that 90-day mark where the manufacturer's warranty gives you the capability and say, well, by the way, I know that you didn't get the service prior before, but we can go ahead and we can cover this up to 3 years. And by the way, we have some other products. Now, let me ask you a question, ma'am. Do you have a big screen TV? Do you have a computer? Do you have children and such? And just what I'm trying to share with you is you have to open the customer up and you have to ask pertinent questions and ask them, do you have college kids? Do they use their laptops? Do they use their notebooks? Have you ever broken one? And man, I'm going to tell you what, and were you able to get it replaced? Or did you have any type of service agreement or anything? And they go, no, unfortunately. And see, here's the thing, guys. We have to have the capability to feel comfortable in our own skin. When you're talking to people over the phone, you have so much time to be able to share your information. You have to know your warranties inside and out. You need to know your products, because by cross selling, it gives you the capability, because they've called in. Maybe they called in for a complaint. I've had customers call in. They were so frustrated. They were so mad. And I gave them their 15 minutes of fame. I let them be frustrated. I let them share, and I didn't take it personal. I'm very fortunate that I'm a good listener. I like to listen to people, and I've learned to have a selling conversation. You may say I work in a customer service position, but I have to cross sell. That means you're a salesperson, okay? You may not believe it, but you truly are a salesperson. And your simple job is to take a frustrated customer, listen to them, and this is what I always say. Okay, that's I understand. Wow, that's tough. Is there anything else? And you've disarmed them. They may say, "Well, what do you mean? Disarm." And basically, what you're doing is saying, "Is there anything else?" Now, Mister and Mrs., I'd like to go ahead and take care of that problem for you. Okay. And here's what we can do. I'm going to do this, this, and this. And once you've taken care of that problem, they're a captive audience. You've taken care of. You've relieved some stress. You've relieved some pain. You've made them less frustrated. And they're more inclined. Oh, and by the way, listen, our company, I know you had a problem with the product that you had, but see, our company knows these things happen. So what we've done in my particular company, and just for a little bit more on your monthly installment, we can now remember those words, installments. You don't say payments or your monthly agreement. We can go ahead and cover your big screen TV. We can cover all those electronics that you have in your home. And we can make sure that if you have any if it breaks, there's no out of pocket expenditures. And just for a little bit more, we can make sure we take care of you. Now, let's just say, for instance, you're working in a banking environment and you have the capability in that banking environment where you're talking to customers over the phone. I'd like to say, for instance, a mortgage company. If you have people calling in, man, I want to make my payment. Oh, that's wonderful. And by the way, you've had this home now for about 6 years. Have you talked to anybody about refinancing, maybe to get a little bit better offer? And see, what you're doing is you're trying to put this information in their brain. Oh, and by the way, when's the last time that you upgraded your insurance on that? You're selling insurance. If you're selling products that give you the capability to add on, it is a wonderful thing. And anytime that you have the capability to offer a service agreement, a maintenance agreement, a replacement agreement, you are not only doing the company good, but you're taking care of your customers. And if you sell any of these service agreements, warranties, make sure you buy it on your own products. The reason being is if you try to sell something, it's easier if you have that product and you've got the service agreement that you're trying to sell or you're trying to cross sell. Maybe cross selling could be adding on different things like an additional checking account, maybe a new savings account. Maybe another opportunity is for you to get credit monitoring. These things are valuable to the customer, but you have to have some structure. You have to believe in it. If you have the capability, if they have well, we've got a new credit card that just came out and you get 6 months interest free. You can transfer your statements that you have from your other one and get zero interest. Or if you are selling, like I said, guys, our topic for today is how to sell. What is our how to cross sell and add ons over the phone? Okay, and over the phone, if you have a captive audience, it makes sense that you take all the time that you can to share this. Sometimes companies want you to hurry up, but see, I've had surveys done on me. They give you 1 to 5. My surveys are always generally really, really high. And the reason being is because, first off, I took care of the customer. I listened to what they had to say. I didn't treat them with disrespect. I listened and I offered. Now, remember, it's a numbers game. And some people may not have time right then to have that conversation, but your simple job is to segue. And by the way, I just wanted to let you know our company understands when things break because they're man made, woman made. We're handheld electronics, they break. And our simple job is to make sure that just for a little bit more, we're going to make sure that all of your products are covered in your home. Does that make sense? And if you're out there working over the phone and you have the capability to add additional services, it makes sense that you learn about those particular products. Don't look at it like, oh man, I got to sell this stuff. It sucks. I'm gonna tell you what, no, it don't. It gives you the capability, instead of making 10 or $15 an hour, make 20 or $30 an hour. And if you base that on a daily basis where you can get, maybe today I made $200. Well, why don't I shoot for 300 or 400, and your paychecks get bigger and bigger and bigger by giving yourself the capability to cross sell and to add additional services. Because see, sometimes if you they customers don't know. So, say for instance, you're selling a particular product and you call on those companies and you say, listen, I know that you're interested in getting this. Hey, and by the way, we have additional things that maybe your company hadn't thought of. And if we can fit it in your company's budget, we can go ahead and set this up for you and you can get this also delivered. Does that make sense? And remember, always be honest, never lie, never manipulate. And remember, if people are in a hurry, if they're rude, tonality, the way you talk to people, it really matters. If they're in a speedy mood, you speed up. If they're in a slower mood, you slow down. And I'm not saying fall asleep, but what I'm saying is when you're trying to cross sell, you want to mirror the customer and they're more inclined to listen to you. Does that make sense? It does. And see, my name is Gary Lee Stanley. Give me a thumbs up and please share my videos. I've got literally hundreds and hundreds of sales videos that can help you to be a better salesperson. And the reason why I know a lot of these things is because I've been in sales and I'm a real salesperson. I'm a salesman. I sell real estate, and I sell insurance, and I sell other things, but mostly I sell myself on being the best salesperson that I can be. And I listen to all kinds of stuff that's out there on YouTube, like Zig Ziglar, Brian Tracy, Tom Hopkins. And these different platforms give you the capability to make yourself a better salesperson. The more you learn, I don't care. You may say, oh, I'm just a stock person. Just a customer service. No, everybody is selling something. So what are you selling? A good attitude or a bad attitude? And if there's another way for you to make additional money, doesn't it make sense? Most people, they have a sedentary job or they have one job. They only make this much money. So if your company gives you the capability to add on services and offer cross selling, that gives you the capability of taking that little paycheck that never changes. Maybe once a year they give you a review and turn it into an experience where you can pay for trips, pay for college, pay for kids stuff, pay for family outings, vacations and stuff, and use those things to make more money. My name is Gary Lee Stanley. Please give me a thumbs up and please share my videos. And remember, you're important and you matter. You have to learn the fundamentals. And if you're cross selling, it makes sense. It's just like this. You go into McDonald's, okay, or Burger King, or any of these Zaxby's, or any of this thing. They teach their front end people to say, you got a burger. Did you want to go ahead and get some fries with that? That's cross selling. By the way, you got a chocolate soda. Did you want to get an apple pie to go with that? See, they don't even know that that's their job, is to offer additional services. We are given the capability to cross sell. And if you're cross selling in person, let's just say, for instance, you're working in a showroom, you got these beautiful furniture. And by the way, do you notice all the mirrors and the lamps, and you see all the rugs and things that are in front of you? Those things are vignettes, and that can make your experience better at home. So, what I'm sharing with you guys, either if you're over the phone, you can add additional services, or in person, you have the capability to make the buying experience better for the customer. They call these things bundling. If you can bundle package programs, like say, for instance, you're selling stuff over the phone for one of these big different companies like Verizon, AT&T, or whatever company, Metro, whoever, and somebody's calling you or you're calling them for a problem, and you can offer additional services and you can bundle it and you can put it in their price range, and you want to always ask between these three, A, B, or C, which one works best for your budget. And don't be afraid of people who give you objections, because see, objections are the capability. And if you overcome those objections, there's only just a few objections people have. It's either time, money, or need, or lack of need. And if you can overcome those objections, you've got another sell. And don't give up. Remember, it's a numbers game. There may be some people who don't want to hear what you have to say. Go on to the next one. Don't get frustrated. Don't get mad. Go, Whoo, man, on to the next one. And my name is Gary Lee Stanley. I am your sales guy. Give me a thumbs up and please share my videos. And remember, guys, you're important and we matter. So go out there and sell something. But if you ain't asking for the order, you ain't selling. And today, we talked about how important it is for you to do add-ons, and you can do this. I promise you, if you try hard. Like I said, guys, at first anything's difficult, but the more you do it, the better we become. And you're important. You're a salesperson. We make the world go around. And if you say to yourself, I'm just in customer service, you're a salesperson. So sell yourself every time to be number one, to be the best you can be. And don't be afraid to say, did you want to go ahead and go with that? And by the way, we've got these additional services. And this way you can help not only yourself, your company, but you always bless the customer by offering additional services that can make their life better and easier. So go out there and sell something and have a nice day. My name is Gary Lee Stanley. I am your sales guy. Give us a thumbs up and please subscribe. And remember, selling, it's not difficult. We just have to add on and we have to cross sell for success. All right. I will sell something more.